Hi guys, I'm going on a little early um, because I'm adding some things hi Muffin Top, that I had no, I wasn't even going to put them on, but I feel like it's necessary because when someone tries to um, bully you and say nasty things without any care, like kind of like one of those mean people, like a mean girl, right? Hi guys, hi Liz, hi Muffin Top. Yeah, sorry I'm going on early, but I did want to get some of this stuff out of the way. Welcome to WCIA Network, where everything I do and say falls under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. I am here really just for, not really, I am only here for the missing children and to try to bring them justice and bring them a voice and bring what is going on beneath the deep dark web to surface, to show people the evil that does exist and to expose the people that work all day long to debunk and deminimize the people that really are trying the best that they know how to get justice. This is the best way I know how to help the children. The children are the ones who have come forth to show information, and I've been doing channeling since I was a little girl. I don't know who you are, but you're the one, this guy in the corner there, I don't even know I don't know who that is, but he was in the corner of a video that I did. And the reason I did it is because that guy brought it to my attention, because he's the one who put WTF and whatever he put on there is what I put on mine. Because the information that these guys actually had in their video was way more important than discussing the deep dark web. The information that they were showing resonated with me in a very strong way. It resonated with me as if someone opened up Julia Potter's box from the deep dark web. And this guy who went out of his way to deminimize my work, maybe because it scares him or he doesn't understand it. But when you don't understand someone and you think someone is different, or you think that they don't belong in your corner or they're not like you, that doesn't give anyone the right to bully someone. You might be the guy who in high school was the one who found the debunking in everybody's life because it made you feel better about yourself. I think it's a really poor way of talking about someone, because you're just saying just because they're different from you and they're different from what you know of, and this person doesn't make sense to you, that makes them, so what you're saying, because I don't make sense to you and what I say you don't understand, makes me weird and makes me crazy and makes me strange and psycho. You understand I could get you kicked off, which I will report that, YouTube, because that's all you're doing is bullying and being nasty. Maybe you do that with your friends that don't do exactly how you do it. You're probably the one, here, I'll do a channeling on you. You're the one in the corner of the room with your buddies in the corner of a bar laughing at other people that just you don't understand, but it's because they scare you. Because you're not accepting of them. So you find it much easier to make fun of them than to try to understand someone. People like you is what brings hatred in the world, because it's really not nice. It's just not nice. Right? And all I'm doing is trying to find missing children and bringing their voice and bringing them to light and bringing words to YouTubers to do what they want with it. Instead of doing what you did, why don't you look at my past videos and see that you actually put something up, dude, that really could make a difference. I connected this backpack to Julia Potter through my clairvoyance, and it was 10 years ago, just like they said in the video. That video has a lot of information. You may not see it, but that doesn't make me weird, because I see it and you don't. I was born with a gift that is a curse and a gift. It's both. It's a gift that is very difficult to work with, and it's very difficult for me to even accept, and it's difficult for me to voice it. So by someone like you to come up and be so mean, really basically kind of validates the reason why I stay away from showing my gifts for so long. And now I'm in my 50s and I don't care about people like you anymore. It took till now to understand that bullying and people like you are there to strengthen who I am and to show up even stronger and to understand that this world is filled with mean people. That's just, you spent a half an hour on being mean. Not even knowing me. And then it continues with your people in chat that don't ever come to my fucking channel. The people who listen to your channel who talk that way, I don't want them in my channel. I don't want them here on my channel making fun of people. You all fill your cup over there by putting down people that aren't like you. That's called being prejudiced. That's called bullying. And it's just not nice. It's just not nice. Instead of looking at the video the way that I have been looking at videos and understanding it, you chose to call me names. You don't even know me, dude. I'm in my upper 50s and, sitting there with your fucking baseball cap and being so mean is so immature and just uncalled for. Uncalled for. Your video actually showed me a lot of really good stuff, and that video with the sentence on it, that was your video. You are in that video and they are doing this stuff to your video. Instead of understanding what they did and understanding that this backpack to me matches a Julia Potter that has been gone for over 10 years, you chose to be mean. And you pass judgment on me, and you don't even know me. You don't even know me. And I'm going to show you what was in that video is real. Did I explain it correctly? Maybe I didn't. I don't do shit perfectly all the time. I probably didn't even explain it right, but sometimes it comes through so fast, I don't have time to. I've been doing this for over a year. To me, I see it. But that's because I am clairvoyant and I see things. You may find that scary to believe, but that's okay. I understand you. I understand you. Because it's people like you that I needed to understand in order to even get on YouTube. and feel comfortable with myself. I had to listen and understand people like you that do that, and understand that's got nothing to do with me. So thank you for that gift of information, but also understand you might be missing out on a lot of really cool things in life that are brought to you every day, in front of you every day. You just might be missing out on all those gifts of information for yourself. Like this photo in front of me, I wouldn't have seen this backpack if I didn't get a glimpse of your video. If I would have turned your video on and been like, oh, that dick, that asshole, he's such a jerk, and I didn't look at it, I wouldn't have gained any knowledge. I didn't. I looked at you after I listened to you talk about me, like, you know what? It gave me a real, to remember that there are people like you out there. It gave me a moment to sit back, which I haven't done in a while, to understand and protect myself from people like you, which I have been doing since I was probably 2 years old. So I need to remember there are people like you out there, and I have to remember that. And you made me remember that. That's what you did. And it was really nasty, but what am I to do? I can't do anything about people like that. I spent years trying to accept it. And damn if you think that your little teeny tiny little dickless voice is going to pull me backwards. No way. All it did was remind me of how hard I have worked to get where I am today. So if there's a lesson in this to anyone who is listening that has been bullied and minimized by someone who is different than you, and you show different colors than they do, just remember, never ever make it about you. It's about them. They don't have the power within themselves to see things that are different from who they are. And that's what creates the evil, the hatred, and all this shit that's going on in this world. To sit on their throne and sit there and talk about someone that they don't know. Especially to the kids that are younger, to teenagers who sit there and they don't know, and they're not smart enough because they're only too young. I wasn't smart enough when I was younger. And I wish I was. And damn if you think you're going to take anything away from me, because you're not. You're not. And you should be ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed of yourself. Thank you, Kathy Smith, for that super chat. Thank you. Thank you. To the guy who did that, I want you to know that I'm thanking you for putting this up. This backpack, which they said was over 10 years ago, looks like all the backpacks in the photo that I pulled from Julia Potter. These kids in this photo, clairvoyantly, I think you guys remember. That's what I do. I look at photos and tell you what I see. You may not see it, and that's okay. That's okay. that channel, to me, matched up someone's backpack that goes in these groups of kids that go on a bus to a hellhole. But their ignorance is going to keep them from seeing that. You see, their ignorance is going to keep them from seeing the things that I pointed out. The things that I pointed out are real, and they mean something. There is information within all of those videos, all the photos within the videos that I went over from that guy's YouTube channel that are extremely, extremely important to the Summer Moon Wells missing children's case. The first photo that they show is this. Oh, wait, I have it turned wrong. They show, let me turn it. Rotate. Now, he shows his phone photo. And this is what's in the phone. If anyone that has been watching my channel, even if you haven't, think that this is a normal photo that means nothing and a phone that they so say they opened up from the deep dark web, then you're afraid to look. This is what was on his phone. That little, let me grab this, that little, right here, I'm going to circle it. This section right here is one of the most, and here's the body, is one of the most common elements throughout all of our videos. Here, and it's in the window. This is what we find in all the windows that I point out, the door frames that I point out. Which is the same thing as each of these kids have attached to their backpacks, right there. So, whatever they were trying to accomplish in this video is way, way bigger than that guy discussing how stupid I am for putting it up. I'm here for the children. This video has this in it. They were not showing a video from the deep dark web. They were showing information that needed to get out there, and I called their bluff. You, dude, even debunked it. That's what I don't understand. You're the one who, I don't use that word debunked. You're the one who put that in there. By you debunking it is what made me look at it. Do you understand what I'm saying? By you calling it out is what pulled me to it. And you think that this is something that no one else sees? No. And that backpack, and this information, I don't care if the guy had a fake backpack. This information that is shown in these corners is more than a backpack. And if you would open your mind and use your platform to help solve these cases, you would see what is in here that shouldn't be in here. You'd see it. You'd see it, that these photos, yeah, they may look funny, but that's a child laying in a sleeping bag or something. You may not see it, which is okay. I am telling you, through what I see is right there, and I have seen this before. And you could say whatever you want, but the reason I picked you out, and now that you came back to me the way you did with, what you see in the left-hand corner is what your face turned into. Your face turned into a head in a basket. Your face turned into elements of these missing children. But you refuse to say that. I don't care why. I would have liked you to be like, you know what? Holy shit, this girl is like, who did this to me? I know what this is. You all want to know what it is? Look at my other videos. This is you, dude, in the corner. Instead of you saying, oh, wow, you know what? I may not understand her. I may not hear her. I may not understand her. But what the hell did they do to my picture? That would have been a way better way to communicate to your audience in a much more respectful way. A much more respectful way. This was a very important video, you guys. Yes, it has the name of a child. Instead of discussing that, they discussed my mental state, which is way better than theirs. Make sense of that. All I know is it's the world we live in, and that's what I was saying, you guys. These little photos, this is the world we live in. We live in a world that much rather not look at this photo. They'd much rather find a way to belittle the person who brings it to them. It could be maybe they're scared. They're the guilty party. They're doing it through protection, to protect someone. But that's really what I really wanted to start out today saying, is that if there could be a huge lesson out of this whole thing, it's that even if the person next to you, behind you, in front of you is different than you, looks different, smells different, acts different, they're still a human being just trying to make a difference in this world and, be themselves. And the only thing I could say is recognize how you respond to someone who's different. It'll tell you a lot more about yourself than it will that person that you think you are analyzing correctly. Because the gift is in the analyzation. It's in what you're saying. It has nothing to do with them. This is what's in that window. It is an A-frame. And if you think for a damn minute, I'm going to put this shit away and forget about it because someone was being mean to me, I don't do that in my life anymore. Those days are done. When I see a goddamn photo with someone that is laying underneath the window with an A-frame and an A slaughtered on their shirt, and these children are missing and they have a matching backpack to Julia Potter, you best believe I'm not going to be like, oh my God, he made fun of me, blah, blah, blah. It makes me sad for the person who speaks like that. I'm now sad for you where I used to be sad for myself for showing my gifts. I used to be ashamed, shameful, not scared. I felt shameful, I felt sad, and I felt different. I felt everything that in the past, everything that I didn't feel when you did that is what I have worked so very hard not to feel. And to understand that that's about you. Not accepting people different than you. That's it. That's it. That's it. Even when I go through these things and I say these are sacrifices, I actually have an understanding. Not an understanding. I have an empath. I'm an empath, so I feel that they feel that certain things are correct for them. That doesn't necessarily make it right for us, but there is something, there's a sense of understanding that they're doing something for the good. I don't accept it, but that doesn't mean that I sit here and tell them that they're wrong. I'm telling them it's time to stop it. I say it's time to stop. Even the children do that through the spirit world. It's time to stop. They want it to stop. This is what's going on, you guys, is this. And this is what social media and social creators and whatever else are using that platform to shut you all up. Why? Because they know the human beings are weak, and they know that we all are looking for a place of acceptance, and this world has created that ever since the pandemic. And I see that. People love to get on board with someone that is mean because they don't know how else to do it. I am telling you, there's other ways of doing it. Go feed the homeless. Go bring winter jackets that you're not going to wear this winter to people on the streets. Go see how that feels instead of turning on YouTube channel and agreeing with some asshole. Just because it'll make you feel good, and you could have an argument within your own brain all day. It's a waste of time. This is what I want to say. And to me, it's a backpack that belongs to a child that goes in groups like this because they all have the same kind of backpacks. Same colors, same kind of backpacks. So it means something. It spoke to me. It spoke to me. And I could tell you it didn't speak the words that you spoke. You missed the whole exercise. You missed the whole entire exercise. But that is why our world is in the situation it is today. Is because most people are missing the exercise that is given to them as a gift that day. That's it. It wasn't nice. But the majority of our people here in the USA react the same way that you do. Why? Because it's people like you that have taught them how. That's what it is. The other thing that I know, whoever is the guilty party that showed that video, I want them to know that you showed in the frame, it was in a frame, a written poem. The artwork was just like this artwork that on the walls. This came from Julia Potter. I couldn't understand really what this is about, but because of that video, and they showed this painting with a verse on it that they made that young girl sitting in the video read. When he made that young girl read it, and I listened to her reading it, I knew there was a problem with this video. It's over an art piece of artwork just like this. This was in Julia Potter's pictures. I listened to that girl read it, and let me tell you something. It wasn't comfortable. And that's how I knew something was really freaking wrong with that video. But the people that know something is wrong with that video are going to choose to speak about it in a nasty way. It's their defense mechanism, and guess what? It works for all of you people listening on YouTube channels. It works because these cases are not solved, and you guys are not doing it the way you're supposed to. This is another photo that I showed in his video that no one really decided to take a look at. The images that are shown in the box are not the same images that they show on the table. Through my own clairvoyance and my medium, you may not see what I see. These are bones of the sacrifice. These are trophies. What you see in the smaller square is more of what they put on the table. What I wanted to point out at that time was that the whole entire video, all the way up to this guy's small little square, and when I say, and if anyone has a question about what it means to look inside a smaller box of a box, and you're not going to ask a question to better understand and learn, instead you're going to make fun of it, you yourself are also a bully. Because it's right there. Why does his box have different information in it? That is what I would have really would have liked to hear from him instead. But what you see here are trophies, you guys. Nothing more. It shows a photo of this guy. It's just supposed to be sitting there. I'm not going to guess what he's doing, but his head is down on a square piece of equipment, which he doesn't recognize is it being there. So as he's talking, he's not saying, oh, I'm going to put my head down now and just balance my top of my forehead on this thing. No, he's just sitting there and this is what shows up. As well as this. This is stuff that I was hoping that would be recognized. Because as the days go by, and I showed a video of Quentin Simon completely beat up, bruised, brutalized, and no one has been even arrested for it. That shows you where our world is, you guys. The bigger picture here is really to show the stuff that everyone's getting away with, but yet no one gives a shit to stop it. I showed videos of a child completely bruised up, a child that is missing, from the video of his babysitter's video, and nothing was done. Nothing. No one even gave a shit to even show it. That's where we are today, you guys. That's where we are. I sent it to law enforcement. No one's doing anything, and they much rather be like, oh, that's not real. Well, wow. How much easier would life be if reality showed you in your face and all you could say is, oh, that's not real. Oh, that's fake. That's not real. That's a crazy station. That's not real. It's way easier. It's way easier to go about your day and not acknowledge the fact that this is happening. And the people that are creating the conversation around it are the ones that are creating the narrative around what is happening inside these houses. They're creating the narrative, you guys, and people are following it. And the thing is, they're getting paid really well for it. I work my ass off every day and I pull this shit together. It's not easy. It's very exhausting. What, $300-400 a month? Great, that's great. But the ones that are actually creating narrative to keep away from the truth are really making a lot of money for it. There's one whole big group that creates the same narrative, you guys. And it's working. So it's working. And you guys are really being victimized. They have a captive audience. I think it's pretty freaking smart. It's smart. They're paying their bills. They're making money by manipulating the truth. Why? Because they can. And reality is what they make you think it is. And their subscribers are falling for it. And I'm telling you that I'm not going to just back off because an ignorant, sad human being decides to say something. That's okay. I'm just going to come up and tell my truth. It's all I could do. I could only tell my truth. That's all. The truth is that these photos are connected to the sacrifices that are going on. The truth is that these photos were shown at a particular reason for about a particular someone. And they're very, very good at manipulating the truth and making you all feel that you shouldn't see it. You know, If someone keeps saying it, the walls, if your walls are white and someone keeps saying to you, the walls are black, the walls are black, the walls are black, the walls are black, you're going to all of a sudden one day turn around and be like, wow, the walls are black. Same thing as them thinking that they could consistently call someone stupid, 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 stupid. If a child hears that, then one day they're going to be like, oh, mommy, I'm stupid. Why would you say that? Well, because you tell me every fucking day I'm stupid. And then you get older and wiser. And you realize that it's because that person didn't understand you. This is what's in the video. This photo is identical photo to KIELYRODNI's picture. These two photos here that are in that video match up to KIELYRODNI's photo to the right. It has the A, it has the squares, it has the color, it has the same fake wall design. It is KIELYRODNI's box. And no one could tell me differently. The backpack may not have been Kylie's, but it's just something that they're doing and saying. This here is the same. And the day that the authorities decide to say, wow, it is the same, they're going to understand that it's the same people creating the narrative that's trying to keep everyone away from the truth. This video is extremely important to solving and telling the Summer Moon Wells missing children story, which includes Kylie. This here is from the video. That is KIELYRODNI. It is the same box. And if you think for 1 second I'm going to stop getting closer and closer because an ignorant son of a bitch decides to be fearful of the truth, sorry, it's not happening. I know what I see, and you know what? Anyone that makes fun of it, it's because they are shitting in their pants. Shitting in their pants that the truth will come out and their friends will be busted and your income will stop. This is KIELYRODNI. This is the video that shows the trophies in her box. Believe it or not, it doesn't matter, because this is the story that I am being told. This is the story that the Summer Moon Wells missing children, including KIELYRODNI, want me to tell. That is Kylie. This picture, you guys, comes from Sammy's TikToks. This is Kylie. This is from her TikTok. Right there. This is the A, and here it is. This is the truth. The YouTube creators that are guilty of it, mind you, obviously not all of them, but they know who they are. You all know who you are. that are trying their hardest to keep you from seeing it. And the first thing they're going to do is debunk me, because I am going to keep showing it over and over and over. This is in that video. It's what it is. And let me tell you guys something. What you're looking at right there is on Summer Moon Wells. Is on Summer Moon Wells. I'm going to show you. It's actually in my presentation, because in my presentation I'm showing you photos that I have never seen before, until I have taken like an interest in looking at these other people's videos, not about them, to see the photos they have of Summer Moon. This has nothing to do with her. The pictures of Summer Moon is what I'm looking at. What you see here is what I have found on all these new photos of Summer Moon, and I just don't understand it. What you're looking at right here in this guy's photo is the same information that I'm now getting on Summer Moon. We don't have this picture. Where'd this come from all of a sudden in her videos? All I could tell you is it matches these guys' videos that they're trying to tell you don't exist. They're blurry because they're little and I'm blowing them up. If you want me to keep them small so they're not blurry, then then it won't be blurry. They're not blurry. They're blurry because I blow them up to make them bigger. Just like that. So if I make them smaller, you guys could take a snapshot of it and it won't be blurry. So try not to get completely focused on the fact that it's blurry. That's because I'm making it larger for you guys. So I don't want to hear someone in chat be like, oh, the photo's blurry. Look at my past videos and it will give you a better understanding. But if I make it too small, you're not going to see it. Right? But do you see how that's the same element? And this is the element in that video that they don't want you to see. And the best way of doing that is to debunk it. But that's the same element. Put a 1 in the chat if you see that as a match. Just put a number 1. Because it's important, because this one is Summer Moon in the car, and this is the one from the video this week. Yeah, the child is Summer. This is, do you see a child? Because the one to the left is from the car ride. This is Summer Moon's car ride. For those who haven't been following it for last year, this was the most important picture. This was the first photo that came out after she disappeared. This came out on June 16th. This came out this last week. This one here. Oh, thank you guys. Thank you for the number 1s. Thank you. Donna, welcome in. Thank you, Julie. Thanks, Offering Top. All right, I'm going to take this out. But yeah, so this is what's in my video. My presentation today is to show you that those elements that we didn't see before are pretty new in these new YouTube creators' videos. So all I have to do is put it side by side with the photos that we had since June 16th. And you could see that they've been changed. So this here in front of you, this is a snapshot. I put it tightly together so you could see the picture from that same video. Let me see, wait. I think this is from, wait, let me look. Oh, I see. I made them really, really small so you could see the image. So you may have to take a screenshot of this while it's on your screen and look closer to it. Wait, number 6. I'm gonna bring it in to you guys bigger. 1 second. Number 6. Okay. So this picture right here, I'm going to circle it. I'm blowing up. See how this is small? But yet you could see the number 5 box. That's because it's small. Look what happens when I blow it up. You could see the girl's head, and you could see the number 5 over the whole entire thing. This is an element that shouldn't be overlooked, because this here matches this. Check It TV has a lot of information in his videos that show the elements matching to the Summer Moon Wells and KIELYRODNI case. And that video that I just watched this week basically reviews much of the elements. So those that are new and want to say like, oh, well, I don't understand that there's a photo. Why is there a photo of a truck like that? I don't get it. Because this photo resonates with me. And to me, it's telling the story of the Summer Moon Wells missing children. I showed this picture last time, I believe, but what I didn't spend time in explaining is that that's okay if you're not seeing what I say. Because when I say I see it in the photo, many a times it's through my clairvoyance, right? So when I say that a truck, I see a truck, let's say, example, when I look at this photo, I see this red truck pulling over a hole in the ground and using that as an entrance so no one sees how the kids are coming and going, right? So that's what I saw in this picture, and I didn't do a very good job when I look back explaining it, because you all will look at it and not see that. I see it because it tells me the story that is going on with this. Now, does it mean that it's right there at this address? No. What this means is these children are being taken very secretively, and they're being taken from down under and out. Under, up, and out. You don't see them moving in the car. You don't see them moving. You see them going up into smaller locations. Small areas like this, either up through their ceiling or down through a hole in the ground. So a truck would pull up over a hole in the ground, right under the wood, and do what they need to do so nothing is seen by drone, nothing is seen anywhere, there's no smell anywhere. It stops right there at the bottom of your driveway, just like summer moon wells. It stops there. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that's right in front of you, that's like, oh, if you say, oh, that driveway looks familiar, it has nothing to do with that driveway. It's about the story that's being told. Oh, no, I wasn't pointing you out. Trudy, I wasn't pointing you out. Sometimes people say things in chat that give me the opportunity to say something that needs to be said. Totally didn't mean it directly to you. Hugs to Trudy. That's right. Oh, yes. Hugs to Trudy. Yes. No, it gives me an opportunity to speak that comes through. So thank you. So it's a truck like this that I see pulling up to these areas. And I've told that many a times it's a hole in the ground, and it's also up in the ceilings. And when I say that when I said I look at these toys and they remind me, they remind me of each child that's being taken, because each child that has been taken is being gifted, and they're being gifted a truck. I have seen these toys within Michael Vaughn's backyard. I have seen that slide. I have seen bicycles that are the same. I have seen scooters the same. I have seen dollhouses that are the same. These are being gifted to the kids. So when there's a green truck like this here, it's representative of a child, let's say Michael Vaughn. I see that. I don't just see a green truck. When I see that slide on the left-hand side, I totally see Julia Potter. I see, is that Harmony in the backyard playing with certain things, and it's all the same. This, to me, might as well be standing in Harmony's living room by the fireplace. Like there's particular pieces of furniture and elements that shouldn't be in the middle of a room, clear as a bell. It's a message, you guys. So when I say that this isn't someone's video, I think that it's giving a message. That truck that you see up on the right-hand side, let me open it up. This truck here, let me show you how its wheels are, and then maybe that will give you an understanding of what I mean. This truck is showing that it is on a belt. I am telling you clairvoyantly, this is how the kids are moved. This here, to me, is whoever put this here is showing you an example. See how the truck's wheels are on a track? That's not in that guy's backyard. It's not in the guy's backyard. I go for the elements. This is a massive element in the Summer Moon Wells Missing Children's case. And the fact that this truck is in the backyard on a track and then winds up in their living room, it doesn't make any sense. And when it winds up in the living room and there's a person's hand on it that looks like they're wearing an Indian outfit like Harmony Montgomery did, it really doesn't make any sense to me. This truck within the same video moves. So it's stuff like that that speaks to me. And when I know that I don't always explain it correctly, I understand that now. I see that. But when I tell you that there is a message in here, it's there. I don't see and hear things that aren't meant to be heard. This is major. And the fact that that's a chair that someone could sit in the back or get connected to, and that there's ropes hanging right back there, it's a big deal. So, like, when the authorities, like, decide to blow this shit off, they could figure out a lot of stuff could be put together in the last over a year, almost a year and a half. This is an element placed in a fake setting, but whoever is doing that knows what they're doing, you guys. Knows what they're doing. This is the stuff that I'm shown, and this is the stuff that truly resonates. Truly resonates with the summer moon Wells missing children. Sorry to be showing this Trish's face again, but it has nothing to do with her. Yes, there's 3 ropes hanging above. There's something about these 2 photos that is nothing to do with her. But this was the video that I got a lot of information from, and I haven't stopped being pulled towards information like this, should I say. The little house back there resonates with me. Everything about her photos resonate with me. This is the photo I showed this week. It's the same backyard that has that truck. And I didn't go over this well enough. And this is why I'm bringing it up again. Because I could see that I do have new listeners that don't. It's hard to understand my lingo. But when I say that these little houses I get pulled to, see, like in Trish's, this was her little house. To me, these little houses are just major. I feel as if these houses are set over a hole in the ground. They're even on a slant. And this is the one that's in Trish's backyard. These are very important to me, and they do speak. They do speak, and it was worth showing again. So for those who have seen my work in the past, Can anyone remember when KIELYRODNI went to a house by Ben Hill with Betty and they wouldn't open the door and they had a bridge thing? I don't remember. The picture to the left, if anyone thinks that that's a normal photo to have from Adventures with Purpose, the photo to the left matches up with the machinery photos that I have. And the photo to the left is a pretty clear photo that doesn't belong in the video with Adventures with Purpose. It just doesn't belong there, right? Because this here, to me, is telling a story. Those are the same little pieces of machinery that I have been following. These are little boxes, yes. These are heads on sticks. And the picture to the right, I bring up a gas station. I don't know where this is, but this gas station, I would love to know where this is in Tennessee. This is somewhere in Tennessee, and this is kind of like a gas station that I see through my third eye. I don't know where this would be, but I believe this is somewhere in Tennessee. I am going back to a creator. It has nothing to do with the creator. I want to show and re-explain to people that when I show a particular creator, it's not about the creator. It's about the creator showing information and telling the Summer Moon Wells Missing Children story. It's telling their story. And these photos are photos that don't make any sense to me, but yet I've never seen them, and I have seen all of the Summer Moon Wells photos, especially the ones of her dancing in the rain. So when Summer Moon Wells' photo of dancing in the rain begins to look like I said before, the guy in the video whose head is in a contraction, I have a serious problem with that. Serious problem. So we all know that Summer Moon Wells' dancing in the rain didn't look like that. Right? Because we've all been following it. Why would all of a sudden photos that come from this woman's videos match the videos? And now look at the face coming out. You guys have to understand that the best way I could do this is to show you photos that we all know what's in them. We all know that that wasn't in the photos of Summer Moon Wells. And we all know that the red car didn't have a face on it. And where did the red barrel go? The red barrel isn't even in here. So, like, what is this? Is that this? Like, did we all recreate the situation? Did we all recreate a situation for a new person? So now we're taking Summer Moon Wells' photos and restocking them? Well, that's not going to work. Because we know that this photo doesn't exist. Like, what is that? But now all of a sudden, this photo appears in a creepy video that's doing the same thing as the new Summer Moon Wells is in the left-hand side. The red barrel's gone. The car is now a face. Like, and now she's done a contraction. And, like, what? Like, right? And this dude is matching. Matching this. He matches that. Now do y'all see it? Correct. Summer Moon is coming out of a hole in the ground. Summer Moon is coming out of a hole in the ground. Where is the red barrel? Where is it? Is she in the red barrel? So we're now seeing what's in the red barrel? Is that the red barrel? I personally think they were coming in and out of the barrel. And that's why you couldn't see them moving in and out. And that's I don't know who that is in the middle, but that is what this face is, what comes out of that girl's face. I'm just putting it out there in case if any of the law enforcement see it. It could be a missing person's face. I don't know. Oh, and this is now what Candace looks like in the car. Like, this is Candace. I don't know why it's all by itself. But this is Candace in the car. This Candace in the car comes from her video. This girl's video. All of a sudden, Candace in the car is looking like her. These videos are mushing together for some reason. And there's a reason for it. I don't know what, but why is this happening, right? And her hands are like little kids' hands. Oh, thank you, Bernadette, for that super chat. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Look what's happening to Candace. And this is from her video. Has nothing to do with her. That's why I'm not showing her face exactly. I'm showing you photos that show the elements that match the Summer Moon Wells case. This is what's going on with her photos. Here is another photo from her video of Summer Moon Wells now in the car. This is not the photo we have. Not even close to it. This is a brand new photo. Sorry it's blurry, but I blew it up, right? We don't have this photo. So I don't get it. I don't understand why there's a new photo of Summer Moon Wells in the car. But to me, this is telling a whole nother story, because that isn't even Summer Moon anymore. This isn't even her anymore. She's not even laying on milk jugs anymore. You guys, she is not wearing, she's not laying on milk jugs anymore. How is that possible if someone didn't change it? Someone changed this. Someone changed it. We don't have this photo. And guess what? This tells more of the truth than any of the other photos we have. This tells more of the truth. See the bubbly thing that's coming out of that girl's head that goes into the square? This here used to be, well, basically was the boxes. This part that was the boxes is now this girl's ear. Like it's attached to her head. This is all different. It's all different. I don't know who this is, but it shows a lot of different faces, so I'm showing it to you because I see Kylie, I see the Beastin Girls, I see Summer Moon. I mean, I see a multiple of people. So I'm putting this out there to show you that photos are being manipulated. And the creators are not looking to touch it with the 10-foot pole. They do not want to touch it. These are all screwed up. I see KIELYRODNI, and this is the only reason I'm putting this out there. I see KIELYRODNI to the left. It may be from Christina's, but it's not her. You know what I mean, you guys? Like, they're using her. They're using her. Because this isn't her. So I want to make that very clear so people understand this isn't about her. This is not her. She has a wonderful channel. This isn't her. They're using her videos. That's not her, you guys. I think that this is KIELYRODNI. This isn't the girl's video. This matches up KIELYRODNI's things that they had in her hair. I spiritually believe that this is Kylie. This is Kylie. This isn't that girl. And they're using her. They're using her. I don't know who that is, but it's not that girl's channel. They're using her. They're using her and putting her as a deep fake over these faces. It's her video that I am finding brand new pictures of Summer Moon that we have never seen before. Here is another picture of Summer Moon. I'm going to brighten it up. We have never seen this picture. This picture here these are two different children here. Oh yeah, something's coming out of the barrel. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Look what's happening. So it looks like there might be a hole in the ground. This is shit that is showing up and not being talked about. And this is, again, this picture is from Summer Moon Dancing in the Rain that came from that Christine whatever video. It came from her video, and it looks to be a little girl and someone older as well. That is a baby, and these are brand new videos that have been manipulated to show current, to me, to show current sacrifices. But if you could see the little girl, there's like a taller girl and a little girl. And these are all elements that are showing up. Yeah, it kind of looks like she's coming out of the barrel. And the car, the red car, is no longer the red car. There's a lot going on in these photos. The photo to the right, I believe to be Kylie. And they're showing her suffering. It is not Christine, whatever her name is. This here is someone who is attached to that heart, just like Summer. And this is right there in her video. And she's attached to the equipment. This is the work I do, you guys. If it makes a difference and helps solve the cases, absolutely amazing. If anything, it will shed light on what's going on and what's being accepted in this country. And really, to me, it also shows how YouTube has a hold on everyone's reality. Again, here are different screenshots of her dancing in the rain. Shows an insanely different story. Like, all different information. Yeah, I think they layer it to show a new story. Because this is... it's craziness is what it is. It's craziness, but what I'm showing you is that it's continuing. That Summer Moon Wells' photos shouldn't be changing. They're a little over a year old, and this shouldn't be happening to any of her photos. And it is. Her photos are just showing different information. Photos aren't supposed to do that, right? Photos aren't supposed to just change and show different information. Now look at the barrel. The barrel has an opening to it. And look at the red car. That's not even a red car anymore. So, this is really what's happening to the videos. And I see that the story is pretty much right out there. I feel it, I see it, and I don't have a clear answer on why the authorities haven't done anything yet. I don't know. But This is what the story looks like. It's pretty crazy. But a lot of the elements that really most, if not all the elements stay the same, even though what surrounds it shifts, because what surrounds it is location, people, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to crop this in and show you that this element here is, like I called it, the smushed boob. This is on the phones. This little thing there is always on the phones. So even though the picture's dark and looks strange, this element is exactly what's here on the phone. This here is, let me turn it up. That there is what's always on all the phones that I show you guys. Is this, it's called a smush boob, did I call it? Same thing. Again, I am showing you photos we have never seen that is supposed to be summer moon. This is not summer moon. I want to know how she got this photo or who did this to her photo. Summer moon has a mask on her head. Who did this? We all know that this photo doesn't exist. Now you have a photo of a summer moon laying on not milk jugs anymore, a mask on her head and laying really strangely with her arms. We all know that that's not Summer in the right-hand corner up top. That's a little boy. You guys, this photo, what page is this? 26. This photo here, let me brighten it up, isn't Summer at all. I could tell you right now this is a little boy. This is giving more information, and this is not Summer. Not Summer. It's like a whole different photo, you guys. Look at that thing sticking out. Like, there's a lot more information in here than our photos. Notice this little boy, I'm going to call this is a little boy, is laying on another head in between. This is a whole entire picture than we have. It's a whole different situation. It's a whole different picture. All of them are. All of them are. What does she have in her mouth? But we're not going to discuss her. I don't want to make it about her. but someone's doing a real number, because this here is not a photo we have in our archives. Like, what is this? You guys, she's saying that that's Summer Moon Wells. This is supposed to be Summer Moon. It's not Summer Moon, and if it is, we've never seen this before. If that is supposed to be Summer Moon, then I think that girl's supposed to be Kylie. I mean, if this was me and this was my video and I saw my photo turning into such a mess, I wouldn't be happy with this. I mean, look at the whole page. Wouldn't be happy. I personally think it's Kylie. Alright, here are more pictures of Summer. I'm not focusing on her. Yes, her photos look crazy, but it's up to her to figure out. I am showing you photos of Summer Moon that just are not the photos that we have of Summer Moon. That's the point of what I'm showing you guys here today. Wow, look at what's happening to this picture. You guys, look how bright this is getting. Right? This is like lighting up like it's got a light bulb in it. This is someone else. Look how bright this is. This is really bright. Look in the back. Look back here. Remember, Summer always says she's in the back? Maybe that's Summer. These are just super lit up. Super lit up. This photo here shows that these jugs that I've been showing you, that's what they look like. Not on milk cartons anymore, guys. That's for sure. Again, I'm showing you photos of summer that we have never seen before. Let me crop in. See this? It's very different. Oh, these really got pixelated. Wait 1 second. Wow, this looks messy. Sometimes that's what happens, guys. These photos get really pixelated. And it's hard to see anything. What I want to show you here is that summer moon dancing in the rain isn't, what's behind her isn't even a car at all. It's a maroon, it's one of those maroon boxes. Summer isn't even showing that she's next to a truck anymore. It's a maroon box. Thank you, Muffin Top. It's really showing a completely different story. It's a little confusing to me. Here we go. All right, I showed this photo before. Now let's see if anything has shifted. No, it's pretty much the same. This is the story that still has not been told. That I could tell you. This is the story that the Summer Moon Wild's Missing Children are going to keep telling, but yet it's still very difficult for anyone to kind of listen, right? It's hard. It's hard. These smaller photos I always like to look at. Yep. This here, if you look at it, you could see that it almost looks like the Subaru photo, part of the photo was totally faked in there. What's in the back of that Subaru there is, that's one of the pieces of machinery that holds the number 5 box that we did not have that in our last photos. We didn't have this in the original photos. I would have seen it. I would have known. Let me crop into it. This here, let me grab it. Is a very important element. This here, which was really, they tried to cover it up, because if you recall in the other photos, we saw a little teeny black square. This is what was covered up, because I know this is the machine. This is a piece of the machine. Christina's fine. I mean, I'm just gonna take her stuff, but I just want her to know it's not about her. If she could look at her stuff, that'd be great. Just so, you know, just so she knows, but I'm not passing judgment on her, that's for sure. This was not in our other videos. For sure. It's almost as if the top, like these are like all different locations being pulled together. It just doesn't go together. It just doesn't seem together correctly. It doesn't seem together at all. See? Nothing's like the same. It's all different. Summer Moon Wells' photos, I've never seen something so obvious and things that changed so drastically, but yet no one wants to talk about it. Yeah, it's turning different on everything. It shows different kids, it shows different days, it shows different vehicles, everything. Photos aren't supposed to change like this, you guys. This isn't supposed to happen. This shouldn't be happening to her photos. The photo that there's supposedly summer moon to the right-hand side, we've never seen it shaped like that before. I would have noticed. I would have noticed if we've seen this before. Because this is basically the same kind of shape and item as what was taken out of the KIELYRODNI car. Like that little white thing that curled up. It's like the same thing. That shouldn't be like that. But that's just like the KIELYRODNI fake car situation. All really, it's like the frustrating part is, to me, is the fact that this could be looked into with ease. Like there's certain parts of a property, of a person's house. How about even FBI watching over particular people? Are they not? Because it's really all stays within the same surrounding people, and it's all created by the same people on YouTube, which is so crazy to me. Oh wow, these really got... That heart is what's on Summer, but it just got so pixelated. But that is what Summer's photo now looks like. It's basically a heart. Just like that. I've shown this already. I've shown these, but they're still different. These are all different kids, you guys. I don't have photos of these particular children. I don't. These are new children. And the information that they put over this girl, or put under, has a lot to say. And what it's saying is, we haven't stopped. We haven't stopped doing what we have always done. And they're not listening, and they're not stopping. That's the whole point of why the kids are trying to get justice. They want justice so this stops. There's no more room for any more children. There's no room left. It's full. It's full where they are. It's really full. Let me open this one thing. Pictures like this tell me nothing has changed. Tell me the group that is doing this has not stopped. Putting Don in jail has done nothing. Doing what they've been doing or doing whatever with, throwing people, it's not going to stop this. It's going to keep going. It's going to keep going. These are the same pictures from the same video, but yet they're different cars, different barrels, different children, and this hasn't been discussed. Hasn't been discussed. And they're completely different photos. Right? It doesn't make it's the only thing that I see is cover up, cover up, cover up. It's cover up. If I'm able to show photos of a child completely beat up, like Quentin Simon, and no one did anything about it, not even discussed, should tell us all something. Should. Because this really has to come from the authorities to do something. At least acknowledge that this is happening. Nothing. So that is my presentation. Let me see what this is. Folder 3. I'm happy that I got my first message out there, because that's important for people to know not to give in to bullying, not to give in your faith in yourself and understanding of yourself to those who don't understand you. That's all it is. And it comes across as fear. We scare them. So, and that's okay. That's okay. Tomorrow, I will bring a different presentation. I changed it a bit only because I thought it was important to start with what I started with. Because really, those are the important lessons of life. And that's an important lesson that I really didn't accept or understand until my 50s. So, yeah. But now I get it. Thank you, Bernadette. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for listening and being my cheerleaders. It feels really good. Don't be afraid. No one has to be afraid. That's funny. Thank you. Welcome back, Donna. Muffin Top, thank you, both my mods. Thank you so much. Thank you, my members and my subscribers. I know I'm exhausted. uh, you're welcome, everybody. Thank you. It means the world to me that you're all here on my side and understand me, and it makes a difference, you guys. It's a real good support. I found a way to I found a vehicle that helps me even understand myself even deeper, and that's what it is. So God bless you guys. Thank you all so much. Thumbs up on your way out, and God bless you. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Good night, folks.